And so it's important that we make sure we leave room for the Holy Spirit. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Afternoon, everybody. Christian here. Today I have a prophetic word to share with you. I'm going to kind of go off in a couple different directions. These are just different things that the Lord has been sharing with me, and I want to make sure I get them all out to you. The first thing I want to mention, if you haven't watched the video that came out a couple of weeks ago talking about the keys and about fasting, I recommend you do that. I've had a massive breakthrough in my own life, multiple breakthroughs in my own life, just doing that, obeying that word. And this is kind of leads me into the next point. It's really important that we be listening to the Holy Spirit, going where He leads us, doing what He tells us to do. It's just really, really important. I'm sure you guys all know that. But it's important that we don't try to force what He says to come to pass either. So we wait, we hear from Him, and then we move in that direction. And eventually you'll come to a situation where you'll need to see Him bring about what He spoke in your life. And that comes about by your hand, and it's no good. It's not going to be what He intended. When it comes about His way, that's when you'll see the miracles and the things like that, because He told you to do something that you couldn't do, and therefore you required Him to do it. Or it'll be something that had never been done before, or something like that you never would have thought of, or whatever. But it's important that it's Him. I want to stress that because I want to make sure that we don't have people running around trying to bring things to pass, or, as I like to say, putting their hands on the ark, so to speak. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble that way. So make sure that whatever God tells you to do, you move, and then you let Him lead. You let Him bring it about. You let Him fulfill it, all right? Here's an example. If you had heard from God that He has a spouse for you, right? Let's imagine that you're single, and that God told you He has a God-fearing man or woman for you. If you run out to the bar and ask somebody if they believe in God, and someone says yes, you say, okay, let's get married. That's a bad idea. That's you attempting to fulfill what God spoke over your life, right? But when the Holy Spirit brings it about, you'll know it was Him and only Him. He was the only one that could have caused it to happen the way it did. And so it's important that we make sure we leave room for the Holy Spirit. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The next element that I want to mention was what the Holy Spirit led me to share with you this particular week. And that is, when I started my fast a few weeks ago, I don't remember if it was the first day of the fast or a couple days into it, but it was just as I started it, I heard the Holy Spirit very clearly say that by the end of the year, you would be walking in what He had spoken over you. And I was very encouraged by this. Of course, I heard it very clear, and I knew I was going to share that with you. But I would have liked to have got some confirmation on that. You know, it's just really important for me to have confirmation that this is from God, that kind of thing. So I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was online and saw some other prophetic people, and they were coming out with words similar. They weren't saying by the end of the year kind of thing, but they were saying things regarding 2018 and things like that we've already heard, and so forth and so on. So it was just more confirmation that I just wanted to share with you guys, that in fact God is saying before this year is over, and He's talking 2018, not the Jewish year, but the end of 2018 that He's talking about when He mentioned that to me. So I'm just letting you know that this is a time to rejoice, and that's something that the Holy Spirit's been laying on me again and again, is that your breakthrough is here. If you are obeying, if you're following, if you're being led by the Holy Spirit, and you're doing what He tells you to do, you're going to be seeing this breakthrough and this manifestation of His promise in your life this year.